This is Discovering Your Own Doctor Within by Amy Coleman, MD. Read by the author.
Introduction. I've always been attracted to journals. With their beautifully bound, blank pages, I must own at least 10 of them, mostly untouched. When I enter a bookstore, the journals are my first stop, and despite all the author's works lining shelves in front of me, with beautiful glossy covers and eye-catching names, I'm drawn to the empty void of the unlined journal. Just recently, I was reminded of why. Standing in an aisle of a particularly beautiful section of Italian leather-bound journals, I whispered to myself, I have a story to tell. This impulse came to me as a chill up and down my spine, which over the last several years I've come to understand as a sign that what I'm thinking at the moment of that feeling means I'm on the right track. A warm fuzzy such as this speaks volumes, just as butterflies in the stomach or a lump in the throat do. I wasn't always enamored with personalizing blank books off of a bookstore shelf. I used to make my own. As a child, I folded neat piles of printer paper down the middle, stapled them all together, and then filled the bundle with the information and illustrations about my pets, birds seen on bird-watching trips, or other subjects that were important to me. As an adolescent, I captured vacations, fitness training regimens, and the lessons I learned in training sessions with my horse. Now, as an adult, I feel pulled towards recording instances of my life that reflect the change in perception I've experienced since 2006. This was the year I prayed earnestly to be led towards answers to the real workings of the world. Since then, I've been blessed by consciously receiving answers during prayer and meditation. I also receive insight after dreams that relay a lesson or meaning upon waking, which I then capture by jotting down in a journal or notepad. I receive wisdom everywhere because I've asked for it and continue to actively listen for it. Sometimes it's in the form of a book or introspective moment that contains just the answer to the question I had in mind. I'm blessed with all the information and experience I can possibly handle. It continues to this day and will never be complete. The following stories of patient encounters are a first attempt to outline how I'm applying the information I have received in the day-to-day visits with my patients. These most recent patient encounters take place at a regular clinic, where I do work as an independently contracting family medicine physician. The clinics are occupational medicine, wellness and preventative clinics, family medicine and/or urgent care, with minor trauma care capabilities. My writing, like my patient encounters, seems to take on a life of its own at times, but I'm glad to put my fingers on the keyboard and give this task of recording these memories the effort it deserves. In residency, a faculty member was describing me to a fellow colleague and said, "You know, she's the one who's nice to her patients." How could I be otherwise? I've been a patient myself, and what's more, as a flight surgeon, for 5 years I was intricately woven into my patients' lives in the military, a deep learned connection to my troops that made all the difference. I trusted them to bring me back safely after missions, and they trusted me to always be attuned. Returning from the military and then going into an academic setting, I found that this depth of interconnectedness is not well understood. A separation is placed between doctor and patient, and so I'm here as a testimony that this space need not exist. Doctors use a snap judgment process with patients that starts in the brain, and as a result is always short-sighted and lacking. Pilots, on the other hand, make snap judgments, but instead use their gut or instinct. The benefit is that the gut always acts in the moment and so operates as a proper tool for immediate perception. However, the highest level of snap judgment we can make is through our hearts. When we walk with open hearts, the real lay of the land is made known to us. Seeing through the eyes of love not only opens awareness to what is, but also dissolves self-protective mechanisms held by both the doctor and the patient. Meeting in this space creates a new realm of true potential. When the more well-known conventional means are used in the doctor-patient encounter,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?